Hey witches, mystics, manifestors, and people who just like tarot. Welcome to my channel or welcome back to my channel. I'm Ray Luna. For today's pick a card reading, we're looking at why are you attractive and the next area of your life or some area where you're glowing up. So for our selection here, we have the Weaver and Labradorite. For group number 2, we have Flying and Black Tourmaline. And for group number 3, we have the Ghost and Chalcedony. And when you're ready, head to the comment section or description to click on the correlating timestamp to receive your reading. As always, thank you for watching, and I hope you guys enjoy this reading. Hey group number 1, welcome to your reading. So you chose the Weaver and Labradorite. With our cards here, we have the 8 of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, 3 of Swords, the Hermit, and the High Priestess. So the first thing I see here for why people find you attractive, the Weaver card features a spider. So there is something about you that is like dangerous, makes people feel like you're enticing, but maybe they have to be cautious around you. So people could feel like if they get involved with you, that could give them trouble. People might want to give you more time. They might want to put in more effort when it comes to you. So people might feel like if they get involved with you, that could be difficult for them to manage, to maintain. Can they keep up with you? So people feel like you are constantly moving, you're constantly going, you're doing multiple things at once. So people also could feel you're attractive because you could be a threat to people in multiple ways. So you could be good looking, but then you also could have a good job, a good social network, right? Like you could have multiple things going on for you at once, or you just seem to be successful. You seem to be having the energy to do a lot in your life, like ambitious, goal-oriented, always working. Even if you have to slow down, you're always finding a way to achieve and succeed here. We also see that with the 8 of Pentacles. The 8 of Pentacles, the Weaver, that's indicating someone who's always knitting, right? Like knitting to make a sweater, or that spider is weaving that web. You're always creating and making something that is beneficial for you. You don't stop for other people. So people also might feel like you're dangerous to get involved with, even though that's alluring, that's enticing. They feel like it's dangerous because they don't know if they can be the same way. They have to level up if they're with you. They have to level up when they're around you because you're just going to keep moving anyway. I also feel like with your stone here, Labradorite, this talks about like less anxiety. You could be someone that makes others feel more anxiety because you feel calm. So as I said, like it might sound negative, but you're giving people more anxiety. They're anxious around you. They feel a little scared, a little nervous, but that's also why they're attracted to you, because it's like they're on edge. They're waiting for your next move. So some people who can keep up with you will like this feeling, and those who like you but they can't keep up, they'll just have that anxiety. They'll have that negative feeling of, oh, I can't compete with this person. I can't move with them. But for those who do, they're just going to get more lured in by you, more attracted to you because of your personality and the way you're doing things. I also feel people like you because you could be transformative in some way. Of course, always moving could lead to more transformation, but I also feel like you're someone, you could transform your look, right? Like you could change your hair color a lot. You could get different piercings. You could change your clothing style or the way you do your makeup, changing your nails, whatever it is. You could be someone who likes to change things up and transform things. You could be really into biking as a hobby one month, and then you change that up and you're doing something completely different the next. So people also like how you're transformative. You're open to different experiences. You want to do different things, not staying in one place. People also feel like you have strong clarity of mind. So we see this with Labradorite, the Hermit, and the High Priestess. These are messages of being smart, having wisdom, right? So you don't just know things. It's like you lived through them, like the hermit, that lived experience of maybe being in old age, having had many different life experiences, maybe even being someone who's seen as having lived many different lives. You could have been really popular, then a complete loner. You could have been someone who succeeded at school, but also had times where you were failing everything, right? Like you had many different lives, you had many different experiences. So people find that attractive, but also this gives you more wisdom because you have lived it, you've seen it, you experienced it, or you know someone who has. So there's also that attractiveness that's related to your thoughts, your mind. You just seem to know things. You just seem to have your finger on the pulse. What's going to happen next? People really like this about you, but also I think it adds to that factor of some people being intimidated, scared, thinking you're dangerous because they feel like you're above them, you're bigger than them. They feel like you're more intelligent than them. So that can scare some people off, but those who really like it, they're really liking it. I also see with the Queen of Swords, the Three of Swords, this also indicates there's people who find you attractive because they view you as someone who is a challenge in some way. So you could be stimulating intellectually. You could be someone they find attractive, right? Like they find you physically attractive. So they have that aspect that draws them closer to you or wanting to get to know you more. But I also see this too as people want to read you. They want to know what you're thinking. They want to know what you're doing. But I feel like because you're always on the move, you're always looking for that next transformation, that next transformative experience, you might sometimes, like not purposely, but you could sometimes not always message everyone with an update. You might keep some things to yourself so you can keep doing what you need to do. So some people might view that as a challenge and try to get more information out of you, or they could just like that and want you to be more open or vulnerable with them. They want you to choose them to message first, right? Some people might have that challenge they like of getting close to someone, getting them to open up more. So I'm going to pull a couple more cards and see what else people find attractive about you. Okay, with these cards here, we have Plain Jane, Curvy, Piercings, and I'll get to these other two in a second. But with Plain Jane here, I feel like this means people could find you physically attractive, even if you're not doing anything to your appearance. So like if you're just waking up or you're getting ready for bed after a long day, the way you look naturally without like makeup, without any adornments or decoration, right? Like your natural appearance, that's what people find really attractive. So you naturally have beauty. You don't have to add anything. People can see that just by looking at you. I also feel like you could have features on your face that are balanced. So everything's kind of in harmony. Everything is visually appealing. I also feel with curvy here, this could be having curves in all the right places, right? People could find your body attractive. The way you carry weight, whether it's less or more, that doesn't matter. People are finding this attractive about you, your body shape, your curves, maybe the way you wear certain clothing, the way it fits you is attractive. Like if you're wearing a form-fitting like dress, shirt, pants, that is also something people admire when they're looking at you. Then we have piercings. So yeah, if you have piercings too, people might find your piercings attractive or interesting. People could try to start conversations with you based on the piercings you have. As I said, I felt a lot of you could be transformative people. So even if you look good naturally, people also could find your many looks or transformations also attractive. They could be appreciating both of those sides of you. I also feel with piercings, I feel like there's something about your look that is also piercing, like it stands out, it's striking. So you could be uniquely beautiful. You could be wearing clothing or have fashion that also speaks to people and stands out, especially here with piercings. That could be a part of that. But overall, people just find you really interesting to look at in a positive way. Then we have letting go. Allow the wisdom to remain, but the sting I shall never feel again. So outside of what people find attractive about you, the next part of your story, your glow up, right? The next areas of life people could find attractive when it comes to you is how you can let go. So you're someone, you might have had pain and suffering, but you don't let that hold you back. You might have taken the wisdom with those lessons you have lived through, you have experienced. I mentioned this earlier a bit too. You're taking that with you, but you're not allowing it to happen again. So you could be someone too that you have strong boundaries. That could be why it's hard for people to get to know you. That could be why some people find that as a challenge to get you to open up, to find out more. Sometimes people do that in a weird way, but I feel here people are trying to do it in a way where you feel comfortable. They want you to feel friendship, kinship in some way, right? I also feel like with letting go, the next part of life you're moving into, you're going to be able to easily move from one thing to the next. Not that you don't already do that, but it's going to be easier. So sometimes we like transformation or like moving, even though it can be challenging, it can be hard. So for you guys, the next changes you want to implement in your life, the next transformation you want to do, it's going to be easier, more easy than all the other ones you faced before. You also are going to experience a glow up of being authentic, right? So even if you are already authentic, this is just going to increase. Being able to express yourself without the limits other people put on you. Being able to express yourself without having to conform to the perfect image society wants you to live up to or be. So you're going to be moving through the world more authentically, transforming into something that feels more comfortable for you. So this is also going to be something people find attractive, is your authenticity. Maybe you are refreshing to be around, you're refreshing to talk to because you're not performing, you're not putting on a show. What you see is what you get. And you are focusing on things that matter, like making progress in life, getting those goals done. You're not here to cause drama. People might even say to you that you're very drama-free, you're really chill, you're relaxed, because you're not focused on gossiping about people. You're not focused on hurting other people for entertainment. You're thinking about, okay, what can I do to improve my life? How can I get more experiences? How can I let this help me, help other people? So people are also going to be really loving this about you as well. Okay, so I'm going to pull some charms and see where else you might experience a glow up. Okay, so we have an apple. I think of like receiving a gift, like a teacher receives an apple from the student. So I feel like you guys could receive a lot of gifts or rewards in life in the next chapter you will be experiencing. People could be giving you a gift because you're like a teacher, you have a lot of wisdom. So if you have previously helped someone, you could soon be repaid. Like having that student give you the apple, you're the teacher. We also have a unicorn. This is being like special, rare, unique, mythical in some way. So I feel like you guys could be seen as a unicorn, one of a kind, one in a million type of person. So you could be someone people reminisce about after they leave a room because they think you're so different from other people. And I know sometimes people make fun of that, like, oh, this person's so different, not like everyone else. But I feel like for you guys, you do have something special. You do have something unique because people remember you afterwards. So this could be remembering that wisdom, remembering that kindness. But you will be glowing up in the way of being remembered, being seen as different, and being mythical, being special in some way. So we have fearless warrior, fearless warrior. People view you as someone who is not opposed to face hard times, right? Like you're willing to stick with it through difficult times. So whether it's a friend who needs to count on you, you're there. If you have to do something for yourself, overcoming something that's blocking you, you're willing to do it. We have a mermaid. This is funny with unicorn because they're both mythical creatures, right? So with mermaid, something about you is really different in some way. I also think with mermaid, I think of like beautiful hair, and the unicorn has beautiful hair. The girl in this image has beautiful hair. So people also could find you beautiful because of like you have mythical features, like you have really beautiful hair. Maybe your hair is so beautiful people think it's not real. Or if you wear wigs or something like that, maybe people think it's really beautiful, makes you look like a mermaid or like someone or something mythical. I also think you could be doing something in this next chapter of life that gives you more attention. Because if you saw a unicorn or a mermaid, you're going to be like, what? You'd probably be in shock, right? So there's something you could be doing that could shock others and make them view you as more unique. Then we have the rocking horse. So this is going at your pace, feeling comfortable with where you're going. The action of rocking back and forth could be self-soothing. So you guys can move into this next chapter of life feeling comfortable with who you are, where you're going. Matches that authenticity message earlier. But you're going to be rocking at your own pace, moving at your own pace, and feeling comfortable with what is going on around you. So that was your reading, group number 1. I hope you guys liked it for why you're attractive, plus where you're going to glow up. Like the video, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any other videos like this. Hype it up so other people get to see the video. Have a great day, and I hope to see you in the next reading. Bye. Hey, group number 2, welcome to your reading. So you chose Flying and Black Tourmaline. With your other cards here, we have Knight of Wands, Ace of Swords, 6 of Cups, 7 of Cups, and the 7 of Wands. So the first thing I'm seeing here for why you are attractive with Flying, this is someone who has the energy of going above and beyond. So I feel like people will respect you because of your ability to deliver what is asked of you. So if someone is asking you for a certain project, right? You're going to deliver that project, but then give them extra, give them more than what they thought they needed or wanted, and it really impresses them. So I feel like people see you flying, right? Like you're soaring above and beyond, doing more than most people. So people will respect you for your drive and ability to take initiative and do more, because a lot of people don't even do the bare minimum. You're doing even more, right? Then good, you're doing great. I also see here with Black Tourmaline, this is a stone of warding off evil, providing protection. So people also view you as the person who is looking out for them, kind of like this bird flying over the graveyard, seeing all the different things in the graves. You're like that, but for your friends and family, you're looking out for them. You're telling people, hey, I have a bad feeling about this. You should be careful. People will know that you're reliable, you're trustworthy, and you're looking out for others. People find that attractive because it's hard to trust people. It's hard to find people who are genuine. So you're showing that you're trustworthy by giving someone a word of warning, and then it turns out to be true. So now they know, okay, group number 2 is telling me the truth. They're real, they're honest. Or it's like if someone has a job interview at a horrible company no one wants to work for, you're the person who tells people, hey, I know the people who are hiring there. I know that company. Don't work there. It's going to be the worst choice of your life. So people respect how you're setting others up. You're protecting other people. So people also view you romantically as someone who's really safe, someone who's a good partner, because you're not just with them for superficial reasons. You're being serious, okay? You want a deep connection. You want to be loyal. You want to be trustworthy, and you expect that of others as well, but you're definitely providing that. I also view this as you could be someone who helps others feel grounded. So if someone's feeling unstable, unsure, lost in life, even if they're delusional, right? You're the friend who's telling them the truth, telling them, hey, you have to get your life in check. Something's wrong. Something's not right. So people also respect your honesty. That keeps coming through. Your honesty and your ability to assess situations for what they are. We have the Ace of Swords. That's seeing things for how they are, cutting through obstacles with the truth, with your words, your mental intelligence, your strength there. You're not someone who's easily tricked. I also see with the Knight of Wands and the Ace of Swords together, you have interesting ideas that you take action on. You could spontaneously start something out of nowhere, so people think that's fun. You could be someone who is a serial entrepreneur, right? You're always starting businesses. You're always trying to find that one that will work. You're always trying to find something that's going to be fun and exciting to put your time and energy into. People might suddenly travel with you. You could make sudden plans to go someplace random. You invite others, they go with you. You have a blast. You have a good time. So people might appreciate your ability to suddenly jump into things, suddenly have fun. I also see too with the Six of Cups, this is reminiscing on the good times. It can talk about like childhood friends. So people might respect you based on long-term relationships you have held. So if you had a friend for a long time, people might think that's attractive because once again, it's proving your loyalty. It's proving how you have deep connections. A lot of these messages here keep talking about how you're trustworthy. So I think people overall view you as someone like you're safe to be friends with. You're safe to have a romantic relationship with. You're safe as a coworker. So people are viewing you as someone who has a reputation of being good as a person. Like you're making the right choices. You're looking out for people. You do the work, but you're also able to have fun. So you have a lot of good messages here for why people are finding you attractive in their life. I also view this too. You could be seen as attractive because you're focused on having a good time. Like you don't want to be that person who regrets spending your life never making a choice, right? Like with the Seven of Cups, you don't want to think, oh, I should have done something different. I should have worked less. I should have traveled more. You're doing the right things now. So people who are in alignment with you are very happy because they feel like, okay, this is someone, if I don't want to work today, you're not going to criticize them because they want to have a day off and just have fun. You're also not going to judge people because they have a slightly different perspective than you, because here it says you're open, the many different items here, the many different sides of things. You're willing to hear other people out, but you're also opinionated, right? Like you're not just going to agree with someone, but you have your own mind. You are independent. You just don't go along with everything everyone else is saying, but you're willing to hear someone out when they have a different viewpoint. You're not shutting people out just because they're slightly different. So you could attract many different friends. You could build memories with many different types of people. And people love how they can share that with you without having to fight or defend themselves. And you can say that to them. And these people in alignment with you, you'll hit it off. You'll get along. These are the people you're doing those spontaneous trips with. Talking about life, talking about your different views on things. Chilling at a restaurant in a foreign place, right? So I'm going to shuffle some more cards and see what else people find attractive about you. Okay, with these cards here, we have white hair, skinny, masculine, and plus size. And I'll get to these other two cards in a second. But I feel, skinny and plus size is opposite. So I feel this is a message for everyone watching. No matter your size, people are finding the way you are, the way you look as is right now, very beautiful. So whether you're skinny, you're plus size, somewhere in between. People think you are perfect as is. So people might think the clothes you wear look really nice on your body, no matter the type, as I said. People could like your fashion, the way you carry yourself with confidence, and you feel good about yourself too, right? So no matter how you look, you're feeling good. And people also find that attractive. People find confidence attractive. People find a variety of different looks attractive. So you can pull off all of them, okay? That's how people feel about you. I also feel for some of you, you more specifically could have white hair. So if you're someone who is older and have white hair, people could find that attractive. If you dye your hair this color or you naturally have a lighter hair shade that looks white or light blonde, people also find that attractive. If that doesn't resonate, then that's fine. Not everyone watching is going to have lighter colored hair. And with masculine here, this makes me think of potentially you could be someone who has stronger facial features, right? So you could be someone with a sharper nose shape, sharper cheekbones, sharper eyes, right? Not as soft, not as round. Something about your face could be striking. Something about the way you look could be considered masculine because it's more prominent, more strong. But I feel like regardless of gender, this is your beauty trait. So if you have a stronger, more prominent face structure, people could even comment like, oh, you look like a model. You have a model-esque face structure. So this is definitely something people admire about your looks. So you could be someone who looks good with like business attire or like suits, stuff that's more tailored and structured a certain way versus more like flowy or lacy. People could find you attractive when you wear clothing that looks more masculine. I also feel like your smile or your mouth could be another beauty point, a feature people find really attractive, because I'm noticing all the people's lips or their mouths smiling, right? So that's another thing people notice. And for the areas of life you're going to glow up in next or have a glow up there is study. Let my mind be clear and strong. Let me study well and long. And healing. Candle flame, burn this hour. Bring me your healing power. So some of you guys are going to be learning about something that heals you. Some of you are going to be learning about something that transforms your life. So this could be like you read a book, and whatever you're reading about in that book, it's teaching you habits or skills that are now going to be implemented by you, and it heals your life. It improves bad situations, bad habits. It helps you move past old problems. It could help you move on from something that's been with you for a long time that you no longer want to carry, but you're going to be having a glow up with information that allows you to heal. This could even be receiving information that allows closure in your life. Like maybe a relationship failed and now you have information as to why, so now you can walk away. You have closure of some kind. I also feel like for some of you, you could be learning something like going to college and trying to get a degree to work in a field that feels like a life purpose, or it feels for you like a mission of some kind. And you really want to pursue that. Learning about it's making you happy. It's giving you purpose. That's another thing I see. So now I'm going to pull some charms and see what other areas of life you could be having a little glow up in, or something positive might happen. Okay, so you guys have a lot of charms that are coming out right now. So we have a bat. People could respect your ability to move forward with a lack of information. So part of your glow up is getting information to move forward, but you guys are really good at moving forward without knowing everything. You're good at moving forward without having all the knowledge, but you're being rewarded now with an opposite situation. So hopefully you have less stress. You have more knowledge that eases you, gives you less anxiety. We also have the cat. So cats are seen as independent. People enjoy being around cats. So I also feel like you guys could have something about you that reminds people of cats. Maybe you have like cat-like eyes. You could have a cat personality, like you like to be around people and enjoy their company, but when you want to be alone, you want to be alone. You don't want to be pet or touched like a cat. We have a leaf here, so every time I see this, it reminds me of like Canada. Maybe you like Canada or hockey, something like that. Maple syrup. Or with this leaf, I also think of, like for some of you, you could have the experience of enjoying the outdoors more. So you could be going outside more. You could be experiencing nature more. I also think of that because Canada has a lot of really nice nature, a lot of animals. So there's something about that that could give you peace, like being around animals and nature, cats too. We have a Pegasus. So this is a horse that flies. So you guys could be someone, as I said earlier, you're always rising above. You're always going above and beyond. But I view this as you're able to do what's needed to do to elevate yourself. So you could be seen as attractive towards other people, and you will be glowing up in life because of your ability to do what others don't. So you could be doing more work, but then it gives you a skill set that is really in demand, right? So if your current situation doesn't reward that, you still have the tools now. You learned what to do, so you can move someplace else where you're more respected. So some of you could be moving someplace else or going someplace else to be more respected because you have the skills, you did the work, but now you need to be rewarded. So you will be moving to the next place, a different environment, a different job to get the rewards you deserve. We have a star, 2 stars. Some of you, people see you as someone who has star-like qualities. I also see you could be a rising star, right? You could be gaining attention, or you could feel like a star because what you're doing is making you feel like, okay, everything's working out. Everything is making me feel really good about myself. So you could feel like, oh, I have the confidence like I'm a movie star, or I have a lot going on in my life. It makes me feel like a star. Like I have all this stability. I have things working out for me. So you're also glowing up in the sense of having more attention on you and feeling more comfortable in multiple areas of life. So this could be like being happy with your friendships, being happy with your job, or if you're not happy with those things, you're happy with the changes you're making, right? You're doing what needs to be done. And then we have this little flower. I feel like you guys, you could be blossoming in some way. So if there's an area of life you feel like you have neglected, this could be healing, but I also feel like it could be something completely different. So, take this as it resonates, but you could be blooming because you finally healed something or will heal something that has been holding you back. So you have more time now to do what you want. So some of you could be late bloomers and you're finally blooming in the way that you want to. Or it doesn't matter if it's like, late or just on time. It's happening for you at the right time it's supposed to happen, okay? So don't feel bad if you feel like you're lacking in an area of life or you're not making progress. You're going to bloom and be able to do what you want to do. Then we have Leo and Aquarius. So both of these signs also draw attention. So I think the next thing you're working on is going to be big for you, right? You could have a lot of congratulations given to you because you're standing out, you're getting attention. And also, Leo is a sign that's known for being attractive. So you naturally could just be seen in a positive light. You naturally gather that attention without trying. And Aquarius can be attractive, but I feel like it's unusual. Someone who is beautiful in a way that's not how you always would expect them to be, right? Like it's not someone who looks like everybody else. They're beautiful because they look so different. So you're getting attention naturally for how you are, but you will also in the future be seen as getting attention because you're doing something innovative, right? Like you could be studying something, and what you're studying, you have a contribution to that that changes how things are done. So that's another thing I see here for how you're glowing up and why you're attractive. Group number 2, I hope you guys liked it. Let me know what you thought about the reading in the comments. Hype it up so more people get to see it. Subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any other videos like this. I hope you guys enjoyed the reading. I hope it has helped you in some way, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hey, group number 3. Welcome to your reading. You chose the Ghost and Chalcedony. And with your tarot here, we have the Wheel of Fortune, 10 of Swords, the Fool, 9 of Cups, and the Lovers. So the first thing I see here with the Ghost, this card looks very haunting, which is fitting with its name. So I feel like you guys are someone, people remember you, right? Like, you're very memorable. Even if someone has talked to you only one time in the past 2 years, they remember you. People think about you years after you're out of their life. So I feel like one reason why you're attractive is people just remember you. You are like a ghost. You haunt them. You are sticking in their mind, right? I also feel like with the Ghost, that makes me think of someone who's not only memorable, you could be familiar. So if people first meet you, they could feel like, oh, how do I know this person? They look familiar. They feel familiar. Who are they? I must know them. So people might feel more comfortable with you at first compared to other people because there's something in your energy, your aura, that makes people feel like they know you before. And those who do remember you because they do already know you, they find you attractive because they just wonder about you. You have this energy that makes people think about you more, that makes people wonder about you. Like, oh, what is group number 3 doing? I haven't spoke to them in years. You should consider that a compliment because usually if someone's thinking about you years later, I usually think it's positive, hopefully not something negative. I think people are wondering about you because they enjoyed their time with you when you were in their life. I also see here with the Wheel of Fortune, the 10 of Swords, this is a turnaround, someone who turns their life around. So you guys could also be the pile of people that are considered to be underdogs, someone who is not likely to succeed, right? People think that, but then you do. At the end of the day, you turn it around and you succeed anyway, even though people weren't expecting that. So you're an underdog because people were not expecting that, because you came from great difficulty, negative circumstances where you maybe didn't have all the resources compared to other people to succeed, but you found a way anyway. So I also think this is really good. People are respecting you. They find you attractive because they think, oh, if group number 3 can do this, they can do anything. People do not doubt your capabilities. They think you're very capable, competent, smart. People want to spend time with you because they're like, okay, you definitely know what's up. You definitely know what to do. So I'm going to trust group number 3 with advice, what to do next. I know they're going to tell me something useful, something important. So people could also find you attractive because of the things you say. The things you say could guide people on the right path. You could be someone who is known for finding the successful way out when there's no other options. You could have helped people turn their life around like how you have. With the 10 of Swords, that's like helping people when they're rock bottom. People also might find you to be very generous of heart. You could be very empathetic and caring towards people, so they want to stay around you, of course. Who doesn't want someone empathetic in their life? I feel like you relate to people. So even if you're at the top, even if you're succeeding, you don't forget where you came from. You're not going to be someone who's rich, but then turn around and make fun of people who don't have money. You're going to help them because maybe you came from a poor background and now you're at the top. So you're someone too, people are really attracted to you because you have a kind soul, right? Like you're not forgetting what it's like to struggle. You're not forgetting what it's like to come from difficulty, but you're also not living in that place. Like you have moved on, you're living well now, but then you help people who are still in that situation. So people are really thinking like, wow, this person's generous, they're smart, they're helping out their community. I also feel like you start a new beginning. People want to be with you romantically, platonically, because you're always looking for the new beginning, and you make something happen here with the Fool and the Nine of Cups. This is experiencing a wish come true when you start a new beginning. So when you are going to start a new project, start a new goal, follow a new dream, it's successful because you know what to do, you know what to look for. I also feel like you're someone who you naturally attract success. You could really impress people with your character, and they want to help you out, right? And this could be people who don't normally do this. People might want to be in business with you. They might want to be your friend. I feel like people think you have a lot of admirable qualities, and they want that in their life as well. They're like, wow, group number 3 would be someone who would help me succeed in life. Group number 3 has good like morals, character. People really feel like what you're saying, what you're doing, everything is aligned, you're authentic. So people are appreciating how you're authentic and you don't compromise with who you are as a person to get to where you need to be, because that can be rare, right? And with Nine of Cups and the Lovers, this could be like people see you as a dream partner, a wish come true. So a lot of people are romantically attracted to you here with the Lovers. All these qualities I listed, that makes sense because you could be a really good romantic partner. You could help level up your partner. If they're struggling in life, you could continue to build with them if they're at the same place in life right now as you. I also feel, this might sound weird, people could be attracted to you because of the people you have been with or dated. That might sound weird, but people are seeing the people you have dated and they think you're more attractive. That might sound strange, but that is what's coming through. So I'm going to pull some more cards and see what else comes through. Okay, with these cards here, we have red hair, high class woman, and I'll get to these other two in a second. But with red hair, some of you could be someone who dyes their hair red, or you naturally have red hair, or you even have brown hair with a reddish tone, right? People find this attractive about you. I also feel like if you don't have red hair, this card is like, it looks like a vampire, right? And with high class and this card, I thought of like you have a vampire vibe. So I feel like a lot of vampires, at least like in modern media, are seen as like, oh, attractive. They have like old money. They have a lot of money. They are looking like regal, right? Their appearance. So you guys could have a vampire appearance in a positive way, right? People find you attractive. They think you're mysterious. They think you're high class, like you're wearing nice clothes. People think you might come from a rich background, or you're doing really well for yourself, as I picked up, like you're the underdog, you're the person people didn't believe could succeed, but you proved everyone wrong. You succeeded anyway, and now you're at the top, living life, right? So that kind of matches that. I also feel like people could view you as someone who's very like put together, like you look put together, even if you don't feel that way. People feel that way about you. They feel like your life just is having like win after win. I also see too with woman, that makes me think of like, regardless of gender, right? You could have a feminine appearance. You could, have longer hair. You could like groom your eyebrows more, be into skincare. You could be wearing silhouettes that are considered to be more feminine, like wearing lace, florals, or clothing that's more flowy, or even pastel colors. Also, I notice in all these pictures, everyone kind of has their head tilted a bit upward, or in this card to the side, but I notice the nose of everyone. So I feel like your beauty point on your face, a feature people find very attractive about you, could be your nose. It doesn't matter what shape it is. People find your nose to be attractive, like you have a beautiful nose. Okay, and with these other cards here, we have Justice and Dream Sweet Sleep Deep. With these cards, this makes me feel like the next area of life you will be experiencing a glow up in is getting justice, okay? So if you've been having restless nights, or, sometimes if you have trauma, you can have nightmares related to that trauma. So some of you guys could have an improvement in your sleep schedule, less insomnia, less nightmares related to, something that has happened to you. I feel like you'll be experiencing some sort of reward or justice. So if like someone has harmed you, you'll be seeing this person have something happen to them, whether it's getting arrested, them finally facing some sort of punishment for their negative behaviors that are harming people. This could be you succeeding more and more. You could be experiencing my success is my revenge. You're getting revenge on people who have harmed you by being successful. You don't have to do anything. Okay? You're just doing what you're doing now, and you'll experience joy from that. This could be like if you're an underdog, if you're someone who is scapegoated, bullied, you were put down in some way, right? People could have sensed your potential and tried to stop you from reaching it. So this also is getting justice for negative behaviors like that towards you, okay? You will overcome the trauma related to that and feel happy with, seeing people finally get their just desserts. Okay, so I'm going to pull some charms to see if there's any more areas of life you're going to have positive things happen, like a mini glow up happening for you. Let's see. Okay, here. So we have the purse, the bag. So some of you, this could be getting a new purse or bag, and the girl in this card, she has a bag, right? So this could be something too, like not only is it like getting more money or you have a new bag of some kind you're buying, this also could be people find you attractive because of the accessories you wear or carry with you. With the heart card, I feel like people are attracted to your heart. They're attracted to your empathy, your emotions. So if you have people tell you, you're too sensitive, you're too empathetic. I mean, of course, you need to have boundaries sometimes when you're like that, but don't feel like you can't have those traits, right? Like, don't suppress those traits. Allow yourself a space to feel those things and express those things. I feel like you could be rewarded because of the empathy that you have. We have the sun, so that's experiencing joy, feeling warmth. Some of you could be traveling to a warm place, right? Sitting under the sun or just being in warm weather. I also feel like you're going to be happy, like smiling more with the sun. We have the music note, so that's enjoying nice music, playing music, listening to music that makes you feel uplifted. Some of you could be going to a concert that you really enjoy. I feel like this could be like a glow up in some way because you could be experiencing or discovering new music that you like a new artist, new albums. We have a bike. Some of you could be riding a bike, learning how to ride a bike if you never have before. This also could be like going on small trips. So like you could be wherever you live, right? Like whether it's a city, a town, you could be exploring like little places here and there, little shops. You could just be going around in your city, town, wherever you live, and you're going from one place to another, just enjoying things, kind of like a day trip, right? Looking at what is around you and enjoying it. Then we have a turkey. So this is like you're going to be having a lot to be grateful for. You could be manifesting, like if you wrote down like, I'm grateful for, these 10 things in my life right now. You could be manifesting more because of what you're writing down or because of how much you're grateful. You're starting to notice more like positive changes. You could be feeling happier because of your mind shifting to think differently. And because of the time period when I'm filming this video, it's November 5th. So at the end of the month, there is Thanksgiving. So maybe some of you will spend time with family. That's a happy event for you. Maybe you're spending time with people you care about and it makes you feel like it's a holiday, even if you don't celebrate it. Or if you do celebrate it, you'll just be feeling comfortable with the people around you and enjoying fun times. So that was your reading, group number 3. I hope you guys liked it. Like the video, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any other videos like this. Hype the video up so more people get to see it. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.